Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me all right out there? Sweet. Yeah, it's raining a lot. Rained a lot yesterday and it didn't stop. And it's been kind of crazy. Like I said, supposedly it's supposed to snow and only like an inch or two, but it sounds like it's supposed to be pretty windy. I'd imagine with all this rain, this moisture has nowhere to go. Like as far as the stream, or like, just the game plan's the same as usual. Run, 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 pass. Hoping to get at least a couple, 2, 3 games in, kind of see what's going on. He ain't down yet. The fuck? I figured as much. Yeah, like I said, I kind of hope to play a couple games, at least 2, if not 3. Please, Louise. Look at him go. I was hoping to play some golf tonight. My buddy has to work early, unexpectedly, so football it is. Indeed, right? Oh, great. Great. I swear. Just can't win. Alright, that's good news. Boy, here's the rookie. Jesus Christ. Oh, so close. You know what time it is. Fullback, baby. Dude's gonna be in the Hall of Fame by his third year because of so many touchdowns he scored. Greatest fullback ever. Can't be stopped. There the boy, TD. Need to get me Mullins back out there. That was a good punt. See, I almost did some mutt stuff tonight instead. I seen they have the new Odell Beckham Jr. with the Browns, and old cover boy Brown with the Raiders card, 99 overall, of course. Uh-oh. He had 2-5 burn, too, over there. I thought about it, but I just wasn't feeling that tonight, so maybe tomorrow I'll do mud if I don't play golf, because my buddy's going to be busy for the next few days. His old lady's in town from Iowa visiting, and it's kind of cool, though. He's going to be back home here, because I went to high school with him, and he lives about an hour away now, but he's going to be moving to Des Moines here pretty soon, so I get to hang out with him for a little bit. So I definitely won't be playing any golf for the next few nights. That was a pure timing route. I threw that before he even broke. Shut up, Beals. Fine. Let's see how he dances. Yeah, I probably won't be on until after 8:39 at the earliest, if not later. I have all 3 of those Ultimate Legend games to play yet this week. And I have like 2 or 3 draft games I gotta finish, and there's all type of full games that I can play, so it's not just 30-second challenges. Say, knowing me, I probably won't end up on there until like 11:30 midnight again, my time, as usual. I always want to get on earlier, then it just doesn't work out, so... Right? I thought about doing some Grand Theft Auto 5 mischief on story mode, just kind of running around doing random nonsense and stuff like that. And I have like Grand Theft Auto 5, Gran Turismo, I have football, I have last year's baseball game. God damn, dude. Yo, that's a touchdown. Dude, that's a touchdown. Nobody touched him when he was on the ground. Guys like Marshawn Lynch and Adrian Peterson put together. Look at this. Okay, so what the hell? Jeez Louise game. That's how it's gonna be, huh? Alright.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Oh. Couldn't sneak that in there quick enough. It was just weird how he got up and started running again like that, and he was automatically down even though he had gotten back up and fought in. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh, that was blown up from the get-go. Tight end got blown back, and yeah, that was just bad. I'll just clock tinker down, so worst case we can get a field goal here. They're gonna call a timeout, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna take the points here. I'm not gonna get tricky-dicky with it and go anything crazy with fake or anything. It at least puts us up by a touchdown, so... So what's good with you today? Anything good? Anything special? All it did, like I said, it was fucking rain here. So really wasn't anything you could do. He just went outside, got wet, so.
Set! Green 39!
Nice. Saving up for anything particular, or just to save some cash? Just to have it. Yeah, I understand that. My wife is that way. I can't believe I didn't get a first down there. They want me to kick a field goal here, huh? Oh boy. Oh my god, did I make that? Holy shit. Holy shit. Whoa. Oh man. Yeah, I had to save that. I don't know if I'll ever kick a field goal from 63 or get farther away again. Just because, I don't know. That thing went way out left, too. It was like a fade shot on golf like crazy right there. That's huge. But yeah, like I was saying, my wife, she saves up a lot of money like that. And then she usually has a reason or a rhyme for the reason, I guess. But every now and then she just kind of puts money aside in case something weird happens or car breaks down or whatever. She's smart like that, I'm not, but it is what it is. You know it. You gotta have them. Ugh. Indeed, it can be, but if you do it right, it can also be fun that way too.
Let's go.
Somebody, for the love of God, tackle him. Nice. I've never been there, and that's always one place I wanted to go. Wanted to see a Yankees game. A huge Yankees fan, and I got to see him play in Kansas City once in Derek Jeter's last season, but I want to go to Yankee Stadium too. Alright, well, they got their field goal. Good God, fellas, come on. Let's get your shit together. Oh, they should have let me go for an out of whip for that. Doesn't this kind of seem like a big moment? There you go, Joe. Nice. That always makes things easy. That's how it is when we go to Colorado. The wife has family there, so usually we just stay at their place, and it makes for a lot cheaper trip, and you can get more shit because you can spend more money that way because you don't have to blow it at a hotel. Don't want to go out of bounds. I'm sure anything has that really, after you've been there once, but there are those places where you can go back and you're like, this is badass every time, but I hear you. That's how I am with Missouri sometimes. I had to go there so many times for family vacations that now I'm just like, yay, Missouri. But
Here we go now. They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
it's always nice to get away from home for a little bit.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Oh, yeah! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, 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 no. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Well, let's see. Let's see if we can't get in with the old toss here.
Leopard! Leopard!
Oh yeah. Touche, but that also will pretty much wrap her up there, and it gets Mullins a touchdown. He hasn't scored yet today, so he kind of earned it getting over 100. Right? There you go, TJ. Why not?
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Nice. Another sack for him. Well, I'll take that over a 7-2 team that was for the division lead too, so I never once kind of felt like, oh no, this game is, in shambles, so last week was a lot closer. No turnovers though, again, that's kind of weird. Indeed. I'd like to do a little better than 50% on third down conversions, but it is what it is. Only the one penalty for each side and only one time of possession, so that's good. Didn't throw any picks. Only the one touchdown, but no picks, so 20 carries, buck 34. Bell came in and did alright for him when he was hurt. He broke 10 tackles in one game. It's pretty good. Simonson's ripping it up, man. I'm telling you. You better be careful. He's getting it up in the Pro Bowl. He had 3 sacks. He had 2. Nice. He always led with 5 sack day. If you're not going to get any interceptions, you got to get a lot of sacks. So I can dig that. But let's be honest, right there. That's the crazy one. 63-yarder. He heard us talking about dropping him at the end of the year. He's like, "You sure you want to do that, man? I kicked 63-yard field goals. I just had a bad start to the season." Apparently the computer doesn't know how to kick with him or something. I don't know. Alright, next on to the Super Bowl rematch. 49ers, this schedule, man, I'm telling you. It's brutal. Alright. Damn, dog. You're snoring super loud. I think it's time for you to go in your kennel for the night. I didn't realize what time it was. Oh, we got an upgrade already. Alright. I figure you're only as good as your weakest link, so we might as well make his weakest link a little better. Here's the big man that we signed. Dude is huge. A little tiny neck, but a big old body. He's getting close to being an 80 overall. At least role play material, so. Oh, here we go. Super Bowl matchup. I figured Baker'd still be there. Rashad Penny's their main dude. They had, yeah, I was gonna say they had crazy good receivers in the Super Bowl. Debo Samuel, O.J. Howard. So yeah, their top 4 receivers, really from tight end and wide receiver, all pretty decent. You got Shaquille Griffin. No crazy sack threats. He does have 3 picks though. Yeah, I'll be right back myself actually, so that works. He's third in the MVP. So pretty much they got Baker Mayfield and some wide receivers. Alright. Sunday prime time. Let's get a little fancy for the Sunday primetime game, shall we? All right, kind of hoping for a little bit of a domination game here is what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. I just ultimately want to win. Man, he keeps getting touchbacks. He needs to bring one of those to the house. Yeah, I actually held them pretty solid in the Super Bowl. Like I said, I was expecting them to really go nuts. And I held them down in check pretty good. My secondary did a really good job that game. Figure I'd throw him a curveball instead of doing a halfback dive on the first play every game. Do a little play action on him, you know? Later. I could put up some points with that running back, too. Right? Yeah, he bailed out. I don't think he wanted to get hit. I think he'd rather whiff than get hit in this, because he knew if he tries to hit him, it's never good to be the first guy to hit him. Somebody cover that Connor Walsh cad. Come on, man. He's not even one of their big dogs. Neither is Jordan Roy. What is this? He's pushed him back a little bit there. You know, I tried to, excuse me, my kids are they're not diehard Giants fans, but, you know, they've kind of always followed Giants because they've had Landon Collins and Eli and they, you know, stuff like that, and, you know, OBJ, but I kind of tried to tell them to prepare themselves for a crazy off-season this year. That a lot of their favorite guys, you know, minus Saquon Barkley and Eli, are probably gone, and Eli's, you know, kind of halfway out the door. But we'll see. I mean, you never know. It's football. Sometimes you just gotta press the reset button, and I guess that's definitely what they've done in this situation, so...
Here we go
Whoa. Hayes just grabbed his ass. I don't know if that was going to end up being an option or something, but it definitely did not turn out well for them.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19.
Yeah, damn. How did he fall so far forward? Goodness gracious. Look at this ridiculous shit. How does he fall so far forward? Well, if anybody deserves it, it's Cleveland, especially the Browns, even more so probably than the Cavs and whatnot. They've, you know, I mean, you talk about having to endure some crazy shit over time. Quarterbacks galore and draft busts and free agent busts and coach busts, and I'll give them fans credits. They're like the Chicago Cubs fans, you know, that stuck with it and didn't give up, and it paid off. So I guess we'll see. Sometimes that many good players, though, doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna, you know, kick ass. That can also be too much juju in one space, you know. We'll see, though. Rumble, young man, rumble. Gotta use them legs. That's part of the reason he's here. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams next year in the NFL that are, you know, it's going to be, I guess, wide open more so than probably any season I can recall in a long time. But it'll be entertaining nonetheless.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Got a kid. She's too damn strong. I think the biggest thing with Baker is going to be his ability to kind of curb his pride. You know, not that he's Johnny Manziel, but he has that, you know, that same, you know, come at me, bro, attitude, and that works if you can keep it in check to a point where, you know, it riles up your teammates and gets them fired up, but it can also rub people the wrong way. So, right? MVP. He heard us talking about Gomes getting MVP, and he's like, yo, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not sucking it up right now. Just had a rough first start of the season for him too, I guess.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
Damn. Tavion Bryan just knocked him on his ass. You're not going anywhere over there. I knew it. I had a feeling they were going to do some type of stretch. Ooh. Right. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not meaning that. Like, I totally understand that, but I mean just in general about being about me, not about everybody else. And he does good with the media, but I think behind closed doors sometimes, in college especially, you read a story here about how, it was that game, what was it, Kansas or something like that, where he could have had his fun, but he kind of took it, he took it just one level too far. And as long as he can keep, that's kind of what I mean, if he can keep that in check, where he still does that type of stuff, but yet he understands when he's done it to the, it's kind of like a joke. When it's been told too many times, you need to know when to stop telling the joke. See, and I have a hard time because I'm being a Husker. I respect Oklahoma as a opponent, but overall, they're a rival, man. So it's hard for me to get behind anything Oklahoma. But there are teams that I dislike even more than Oklahoma. Like teams that I absolutely despise. Not a little bit, not kind of, sort of, like a lot. So. Oh man, what a great catch, but he couldn't get it feet down. Man, I don't necessarily hate Ohio State. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of having to play them, but I don't think anybody is. Um, my biggest one is Colorado. Can't stand them. Nothing will ever change that, and that's just the way it's going to be forever. Colorado and Notre Dame, and I have kind of an issue with Miami and Florida State. Not so much Florida, but Miami and Florida State drive me absolutely stupid crazy. I can't even hardly watch them. Just, I don't know. But Colorado and Notre Dame are by far 1A and 1B, because it's hard for me to choose who I dislike the most. But it'd probably be Colorado at A and Notre Dame at B if I had to put a line to it. Yeah, dude, he was killing it there. I was pressing up the whole time, and he was just standing there. I hate that animation where when you get hit, he has to, like, re-square his shoulders before he'll do anything. It's like, I'm pressing up and run the whole time, and he just stands there. It's like, bro, you gotta go. Like, you ain't got time to stand around. Nice job. Alright, dude, let's do this.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Yeah, boy. I think if he gets in the right team and they use him correctly at first, um, I think a lot of it depends on what he's willing to maybe do his first couple years to show what he can do. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember a guy named Antoine Randall L. He played for the Steelers. He's from, I believe, Indiana. But the dude could play quarterback. He could play wide receiver. He could play running back. He could probably have played safety and cornerback, and he could return kicks and punts. Now, do I think Kyler Murray will do all those things? No. But do I think they will bring Kyler Murray in the right situations where it's like, hey, we need 4 yards here and a scramble might come in handy? Where if he can scramble and maybe get somebody open, you know, one of those things. And then after a couple years, show maybe that he can have that Russell Wilson ability of, doing those crazy things where you're like, wow, how do you do that? Because I got, unfortunately, first-hand vision of Russell Wilson. And let me just say that cat was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think just because of what he could become, I think you're right, but that's also so risky because of what he might not become. And because he might also decide in 2 years he wants to play baseball. Because, that the dude's probably better in baseball, honestly, in my opinion, but I think he just likes to play football more. But I don't think he wants to sit in a bus riding from Iowa to wherever the hell Oakland's team would be or some bullshit. And I think he would rather just be in the NFL making some money and try it out. Because why not? I mean, why not? Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury can go away too. I don't know about that guy. The only reason he loved him is because he went to when he was in Texas Tech. All they did was do one thing, and that was throw the ball deep, throw the ball deep, throw the ball deep. You want to talk about watching an old school video game? Just watch a Texas Tech when he was playing or coaching. And I'm not saying that won't maybe work at first in the NFL, and he'll find a way, but I don't know. I don't see him being that Sean McVay or that new big thing. But I could be wrong. I know one thing: the dude doesn't probably know much about running backs. I always thought, in Texas, you think back or down there they could get better running backs, but when the running back sees that you're throwing the ball 60 times a game and maybe running it 3 times, it's like, yeah, nah, that's okay. But they made it work. System or no system, it worked. So
Now let's go. Blue line.
I was trying to get out of bounds to not get hit, but it will be cool at least just to see that type of athlete, I guess, and get his chance in the NFL. I really wanted to see him play baseball though, because like I said, I'm a huge baseball guy, and I just think I think he'd been really damn good. So, but it is what it is. Yeah. Was it not? Was it last year's Madden game? He was like king shit in running backs. Wasn't that him? Everybody that played online and draft, if you could draft him, you did, that kind of stuff. Kefler was too wide open not to throw him the damn ball. Jeez Louise. That linebacker just bailed out from the middle. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he had like a 98 overall card, but it was because he could catch and run so well. Unlike, not all running backs, but there were, not many running backs that had the catching ability as he had and just the ability to just get away. I had Barry Sanders, Ultimate Legend, on last year's game, was my best running back at the end. Like I said, tomorrow maybe we'll take a break from this and we'll do some MUT so you can see my MUT team, because I got a pretty stout team. At least I feel pretty solid when I play with them. So like I said, the beautiful part is I haven't spent a dime on it. I haven't bought any of those points or anything that you get special packs. I've just been doing the challenges, doing the auctions, saving up coins, and yeah, doing it the old school way. I got my team last year up to a 95 overall doing it that way. So I'm a little ahead of schedule this year because I didn't get to 95 till like literally everything was done, draft, everything. I think this year I can get to 95 before the draft maybe, but we'll see. Yeah, I have a friend actually. Granted, he can do it. He's a lawyer in Hawaii, so apparently he's got the funds. But yeah, I don't know much about this year, but I know last year he spent a lot of money on packs and stuff to get special cards, but it never failed. He'd get badass stuff, and he had a 99 overall team when I was at like 91, and I was like, damn, I am not playing you. But to each his own, you know. I know some people that spent a lot of money on Grand Theft Auto 5, so. There, he got his 50th catch. Now they can stop bugging me about that.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 319!
Get in there, rookie. Right, like, I don't mind. Like, I have a casino game on here that maybe every 6 months me and my buddy will throw 5, 10, $15 on. But you end up getting like $400,000 worth of chips for that 20 bucks or 15 bucks, whatever it is. I can't even remember now. And, you know, a poker game's like 5 grand, and you can play, you know, $4,000 a pull slots all the way down to 200 or 100 a pull, whatever. And, you know, that shit'll last literally for months and months and months, especially if you get good and winning some poker events here and there and whatnot. But as far as other games like Grand Theft Auto and football and baseball, yeah, it's really hard to spend money on that shit when it's like, what are you really getting out of it at the end of the day but a slight advantage over somebody maybe? I don't know. But once again, like I said, to each their own. You know, if you want to spend your money on video games, spend your money on video games. I can't do it. Right? Like, yeah, that's kind of my like thing. Me and him don't really get new games that often, so it's like throwing $20 on there is still cheaper than having to go out and buy a new game. And we've had casino now for shit, I don't know. I think it was like the second or third game I put on my PlayStation because it was a free game to download. So, and you started off with a few bonus chips to begin with, so it's not like, you know, you had to start off buying chips. I mean, yeah, ultimately I'm sure they want you to, but there's like these stupid daily challenges that are, you know, pretty dumb usually, but you can go around and do them and get a couple thousand free chips. And there's other little tricks of the trade to get free chips, and they have free poker usually that you can go play and stuff like that. So it's definitely paid itself off for being a free game. It can't pay out. See, that's the problem, because we don't have legalized gambling throughout the United States. So it's just a video game. It's simulated gambling. They literally have that on its little rating thing, you know, for the rating deal. It's like simulated gambling and, you know, mild adult suggestions, because there's like pictures of people drinking, but they're not, you know, it's nothing crazy. It's really cartoony, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just something to play, I guess, for people especially like me that can't legally gamble. It's just, I don't know, something to do. No, you can't. Actually, I mean, you can win chips, you just can't get them, you know, like physically, money. You know, like you can't like get them from PlayStation or some shit like that. So Be hella cool if you could though. Some states have online gambling where you can play like online poker and actually, win legit money, but once again, my state doesn't have legal mini anything. We're lucky if you can find a strip club in this state, man. There's like probably most of them are in Omaha. The rest of them are probably very sparsely spaced out in little dinky redneck towns or something, man. Honestly, it's just the way it is around here. No, there's, like I said, in Iowa, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from where I live here, they have the boats, and then they have a couple casinos. Otherwise, it's like I said, it's just lottery tickets, man. Powerball. I honestly do think, though, in the next 5 to 10 years, between cannabis and CBD oils and everything else, once all that crumbles and they realize how much money they can make, I think gambling will come soon after. So all right, 31-17 and rematch. I can't remember what the Super Bowl score was. I want to say it was like 36-6 or 37-6 or something. I think they only kicked 2 field goals in the Super Bowl, so yeah, and it will be huge here one day, but just not yet. Best you can hope for is that somebody owns a basement casino. You do some old school underground mob gambling. Well, they got way too many yards, but that's alright, I guess. We got a lot of yards, too. Got our third down conversions up, 100% on red zone. No turnovers again, though. Right? It is. It's kind of weird, but I guess to me it's just normal. I guess to me it's mind-blowing they don't have it because of the fact that, like I said, they're just literally losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on both cannabis and gambling. So sometimes it depends on what it is. Like you can, there's stuff on the internet you can sign up for, and like March Madness, stuff like that, and there are certain things that aren't considered necessarily gambling, but then again, like I said, you can't sign up and play poker legally that I'm aware of, because my buddy would be doing it, I'm sure, if he could. He used to do it when he lived in Oregon, so damn, I should have got Gomes 200 yards, but he did get 2 touchdowns and 84% completion. Mullins tore it up today, again. I know. What are you gonna do? Welcome to Nebraska. We survive. One day we'll survive and have 10 times more fun. Spread the ball around pretty decent. Telfer, from South Dakota State, he did alright. Nikhil Harry did alright there. Juju had a quiet day. Kind of creepy quiet. Only had the 1 sack, but TJ got it. Dude's going to end up in the Pro Bowl, man, I'm telling you. Well, I think I'm still feeling like playing another game here. They did, but once again, if your state doesn't have an area to um, monitor it, I think it's left to the states. I don't think. Once again, it's like I was saying, it's like cannabis and everything else. They don't do it on a federal level because we have, God forbid, we have one level of government. We got the federal government, and then you have your state government, and then you have local government. And they say pretty much, you know, even in Colorado, it's illegal federally on the federal level to possess and use weed. But the state doesn't have the same. It's the dumbest thing ever. You want to talk about confusion? Look up federal drug laws and state drug laws, and you will literally be like, your head will want to explode when you're done. I've read some of the stuff in certain states for, their laws, and then you go and look at federal laws, and you're like, okay, how does this work? Like, how is this even? That's like a lot of places in Colorado were having a hard time when they first opened up because they couldn't use a bank, so they have to deal straight cash. Even to this day, you have to buy everything in cash because, well, they can't use debit cards because banks won't do business with them. Because a lot of banks are federally owned banks, and that'd be, taking drug money, be like laundering drug money in the federal's eyes. So they don't get to use a bank like we do. They have to use cash and pretty much launder their own money is what they do at the end of the day. It's stupid, but I guess I can't complain because at least it's getting better slowly. It's just taking way too long. Oh, we got a weekly award here. Mr. Mullins back up to his dirty deeds, ripping it up. Well, that dude for the friggin' Cowboys, man, look at that. 36-52, 467. It's impressive. The dude for the Vikings, friggin' 4 sacks. Right? And that's how it should be. It should either be legal or not legal. Simple as that. And even cops. You can ask cops around here, what are your views on it? And they say the same thing almost down the line. I don't really have a view on it either way. I just wish we knew if it was going to be legal or not legal. Because it's really hard to do your job when it's kind of illegal, but on the same point, it's not illegal. And we have states near us, you know, where it is legal, but then we have other places where it's only medicinally, but not recreationally. And then other places where it's nothing at all. So it's like they all said, the federal government just needs to say fucking do it. There, we lift our ban. It's not a scheduled drug like heroin or frickin' PCP or anything else. It's a plant. Do it, grow it, smoke it, eat it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. Just stop fighting. Right? And there are actually places in Colorado that have no dispensaries and they really don't like people doing it. It's kind of they kind of try to be the other counterculture. So if there's a place where people want to go where they're not, around it, there you go. But I like that idea. It's like you don't want to be around it, change the channel, change the station, whatever, just get away. But don't judge people and don't be a dick just because you don't do something or like something. Just do yourself, man. That's it. Keep to your own. Yeah, I keep giving that guy a pretty decent salary. Unfortunately, I think Tyrone is gotta go. I'm not really worried about him next season. I plan on probably drafting somebody, especially if Mullins decides to jet and go somewhere else. The 5-5-1 Cardinals, huh? Then we gotta play the Bengals again. That was quick. It's horrible scheduling on somebody's part. Come on, let's get Ogone's a upgrade here. Somebody got an upgrade. Let's hope it's Gomes. that's kind of how it's gonna have to be. I mean, that's how it was in Colorado. They voted on it, they passed it, and one day you woke up and you could walk outside at the front steps of your house and spark up a big old freaking doobie, and nobody could do a different thing about it now. They have rules at like hotels and resorts where it's just like a cigarette, where you're not allowed to smoke it inside just because it's legal. You still have to step outside, but you just step outside. You don't smoke weed in your hotel room, just like you don't smoke a cigarette in your hotel room. It's, kind of common fucking sense, I guess, to a person like me, but what do I know? Just a guy in Nebraska, man. Right? Yeah, exactly. You make just like anything else. You have yes spots and no spots. You don't try to drive from one place to another with 50 fucking pounds of the stuff in your car unless you're registered to do that, If you're just Joe Schmo, you go to the store, you get what you're allowed to get, and you go home with it, and you don't fucking drive around piss fucking stoned, and yeah, you catch your munchies and everything else on your way home before you get back, and then you just go home. But I don't know. They'll figure it out. Damn it. I'll take this upgrade too because I need this guy to get better, but damn, I was hoping for Gomes. Right? Yeah, here, if nothing, you'll probably just have to go to a freaking hospital and take a blood test and see what your level is. Just like a alcohol blood test, or yeah, they have spit things and all kinds of fancy toys. But I'd have a feeling that if it was legal around here, most of the dudes, as long as they think you're able to get home, they'll probably just tell you to get your ass home, not drive fucking lit. Now, if you get pulled over and you're freaking Chinese-eyed and you're just like, hey, man, there's probably going to be a problem. But, if you're just like me and you're like, hey, officer, he's like, your eyes are kind of red, and you're like, oh, I smoked some weed earlier. I think a lot of them are just gonna be like, well, be careful, don't get too ripped, and hell, half of them will probably be ripped while they're talking to you. That's awesome. See, on 420 around here, everybody used to just skip school and you'd go to a house and there'd be like 12 people hiding out, and you're like, hey man, we can't leave here today. Someone will see us. Part of me wants to just simulate this game so I can play that Bengals game again, but I also told myself I was going to play all 8 of these games, so I kind of feel obligated to stick to my word. I'm a man of my word. He's got a little way to go before he gets an upgrade. He's got like 4,000 XP yet. But he does get close to 1,000 every practice, so there's that. Plus games. hope so. I need to try to draft more of those type of guys. My buddy was trying to tell me about some stuff to do, and I don't know. It was like pay attention to certain tweets or some bullshit that they put out at certain times, and like he said something about Todd McShay, like really pay attention to what Todd McShay says, and he's like always something about what was it, the what the hell is that game, the All-Star game or whatever, whoever wins the MVP or something, you should draft him. He says he always drafts him every year no matter what, even if he doesn't need that position. So I don't know. Drafting is a lot tougher this year. Like, I've never had a Madden game in all the years I've played this game where drafting is just so goddamn technical. They need to give you more time. I love how in the years past you've had too much time, but there was no reason to have all the time. Now the year you need all that time, they don't give it to you. And you're like, really? I need more than 2 minutes in the first 3 rounds and a minute and a half after that, god damn it. There's too much to look at to know this. Yeah, screw it. We'll play it. It's a night game at our place. Why not? There you go. It's Thursday night game. We're on the NFL Network tonight, so... Yeah, right? Like, they need to allow you to direct your scouting almost like they need to have like they do on baseball, where you can actually hire a scout that can give you little tidbits of shit and like maybe some stats or something about guys, just so you can kind of see some numbers and their 40 stuff and all that stuff at the end and combine. I don't know, they need to do something with that where it's like they almost need to order it where you can sort it out by, combine stuff, where that has all their, at least a rough average. Hey, this guy ran a 4.35 40. He should be pretty damn fast. He's going to have between a 90, 2 speeds. So you can just see it. You don't have to think, okay, so that translated to, because I know they've broke it down on the internet, but it's like, man, I ain't got time to get on the internet and break all these times down. It's like, just give me a stat line. Just give me his freaking numbers, man, his overall numbers. That's all I need to see. Even if they're not exact, just within 2 or 3, give or take, both up or down, so... They need to just bring college football back so you can just import your draft classes and, you don't have to scout as much because you already know a lot about these dudes because you've watched them for 4 freaking years on college football. You've seen their stats. You know who won Heisman. You know all these things. Plus, you got guys from your college that you can be like, yeah, let's do this. Well, we got a pick there, so that's good. I would buy them both, just like I said, because of the fact to have that ability to be able to use your draft classes. I mean, I would definitely be a bigger fan of college football, but I would still buy Madden. It would just have to be made by the same company, or they'd have to have a partnership where you can draft classes and stuff like that, so there's no reason it wouldn't work out.
No, check, Patriot!
Yeah, I've seen that thing. Like I said, I've gotten it before. It's just such, like I said, it's a pain in the ass for a dude like me who, in quick situations where numbers and shit can get mixed around, it's like, man, I just want to see, roughly what is he here, what is he there. Even if it just told you, it didn't have to tell you every stat, just, the stats that matter most for a guy at his position, so... Damn it, I knew it, I forced it. God damn it. I tried to throw it more left, but it went right to him. That was all on me right there. God damn it, I hate interceptions more than friggin' anything, even more than fumbles. Right? Yep, but that's the way a lot of video games are anymore. Once a game comes out that blows up, or is just huge, it's hard for other things just like it to compete with it. I'm just hoping one day they have a thing where they have complete cross platforms, where on Madden and college football games, any game, you can play people on other systems, and all these places get over themselves and just realize that gaming as an industry needs to be as a one, not as this giant frickin' bungle of shit where you can't do anything with your friends unless they have the same exact shit as you. Yeah, TJ Watt's going to try to win Defensive Player of the Year here if he keeps these frickin' sacks up. If he could throw an interception in there maybe and a forced fumble or a recovery here and there. Right? And that's cool because somebody's got to start that shit. The problem is that, you can't just have one game. You gotta have it just all be one thing. I just worry that it'll end up being screen. Oh, there was his chance. Oh, TJ. Stone fingers, dude. Yeah, like I said, Grand Theft Auto 5 is about the closest thing to a shooter. I tried Battlefield and Star Wars and all that. I gotta have different camera views. I can't just have a first person, point of view. Oh, I love watching them. I watch my buddy play all the time, that old Wildy Puffers. He plays all types of shoot 'em up games. Alright, enough screwing around. We gotta get down there and score some damn points here, fellas. This is looking stupid, 3-0. This is about on tap for a normal Thursday night football game, though, isn't it? There's nobody over here. Man, there is nobody there. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just suck at all those games so bad. I usually give them a shot, I've tried certain games, but they always end up the same. I just get frustrated and wonder why I play these games. That didn't work out as planned. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I can't do directional passing tonight. It's going right to him. Second goddamn time. definitely need to get some points, that's for sure. Yo, bro. Yeah. Man, that was worth it. Whew. Sons of bitches. I forgot about him. Jesus, flaming shit, Simonson. Good God. Defensive red zone is just unreal. Huh, never got to do a return before. It's different. Damn, that was cool. That was nice. Blasted that dude off of him. Well, he didn't miss much. Mullins had a nice touchdown run, but that's literally been about it. Right? Yeah, I don't know. I always seem to have this one mystery person that's kind of... No! Son of a bitch. Alright, defense. Step it up. You gotta be kidding me. Nobody's over there. You can't expect the largest man on the football field to chase down Deshaun Watson, guys. For shit's sake. Right? Yeah, I couldn't even do it until, I don't know when it was for sure. I have to go back and look when I started, but I did a while, like a long time ago, and they were literally, it was with Rory. I noticed they were pixelated and there was nothing I could do to it because our internet just sucked that bad. And then we finally got decent internet in this town, and I was like, you know what, I should try to stream again, and it looked good enough. So like I said, the biggest thing is I just don't have a lot of fancy equipment and microphones, but it is what it is. I know, right? I even look at some of the views they get on some of their other stuff, and it's just like, how many people can sit and watch that? But everything's got a niche, man. Everybody's got a thing, so anything your quarterback do, mine can do better. That was freaking awesome. There's what I'm talking about. You can do that and get your team riled up, and then you need to, walk away. Right? Isn't that weird? But I guess. Dance, man. Oh, shit. That's good stuff. My one buddy that streams like Battlefield and Call of Duty and shit, he usually gets about, I don't know, anywhere from 30 to 50 people on an average night. On a good night, you know, he'll get over 100 people. So I'm lucky if I get 5 views throughout my stream. So if I get more than 10, I feel like I had a pretty damn awesome stream. But like I said, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm doing it, I guess. It's a cool avenue to meet new people like you and stuff like that, I guess. So there's that. Get that ball. That a boy, Joe. There's the turnover, baby. The turnovers are back. Very well could be, but you'll be watching him wear a mask. That was Avante David that knocked him on his ass, by the way. Go Big Red. Just absolutely destroyed him. That was nice. A lot of turnovers in this game. 5 combined for both teams so far. Get off me. That was cool. He was like literally had his hand on that dude's back trying to decide which way to go. He's like, yeah, go this way. Go ahead and take the 2-minute warning here. Mess with their heads a little bit here. Get in there. Attaboy. 40th career rushing touchdown. Even this is his 3rd season. Third or 4th. Well, that's cool. Virtual reality arcade, huh? That'd be different. Interception for my Qs, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's 4 turnovers for us. It's a +2. Alright. 14-point win. I'll take it. Started off slow, but got there nonetheless. Definitely low on passing yards today, but their secondary held me in check, man. I was scared to throw it after those 2 picks, so we just gave it to Mullins a lot. Gomes wasn't feeling it, or I wasn't feeling it, something. only 300 yards of total offense, but oh well. Got 24 points out of it. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's disgusting too, but that was on me because those were both interceptions in the red zone. Should have 2 more touchdowns added to this score, really. That's probably the worst game of his career, honestly. Right there, so let's hope he got that out of his system, huh? And that's the nice thing. He did do that, though. Probably one of the best rushing games of his career. Man, where the hell? They're just shutting down Juju. Joe again with all his tackles. He only had the 1 sack, really. They gave credit to TJ when I was playing, but I guess they got both. 3 picks. 2 for Adoree and 1 for Hughes. Got some yards out of it. And the big one was his forced fumble. Nice. Nice. Alright, what I think I'm probably going to do here is simulate to the next week, do all the training, scouting, all that jazz, upgrade any players. And then probably going to check out some season stats, some reward stuff, and then I'm probably going to call it a night here on this. There's that rookie. Well, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and get this up to 70 so everything's at least a 70 there. And like I said, we'll probably come back to this. Either I'll do like Mutt and this tomorrow, or I'll come back to this in a couple nights, but we'll see. You never know. I change my mind pretty regularly, so, you know. Alright, that was for last week, right? Yeah. Doi. We gotta play the Bengals again. Right away. Alright, Marquise. Good lord, man. Take the damn contract. Oh my goodness. I don't know who these guys think they are. Alright. Kind of trying to do a little something different with recruiting, scouting. Since like I said last year, I kind of went just everybody, all man for himself. But this year, I'm kind of trying to stick to more of what fits my scheme, so they get those extra XP points and whatnot, and it just levels them up better. At least it seems like it. This. Alright. Let's see who we got. Mr. Gibson. Moving on up. We got old Mr. Edmonds here. Up to an 88. And the big dog, Sergeant Slaughter here. Alright. We're not the only 10-2 team. The Lions are kicking some ass. They've only allowed 212 points and they've scored 351. It's pretty impressive. We have won 7 games in a row, though. The Jags have lost 8. So Lions, Saints, Bears, Rams, and Niners. That doesn't surprise me there. '49ers better get their shit together. They won't make the playoffs. Here we get the Ravens, Bills, Titans. They got Lamar Jackson, by the way. The Bills do. Bengals are there still. They're at 8-4 now. They were keeping pace with us, and then we kicked their ass, and now they, kind of went backwards a little bit. The Patriots are 7-5. I'm pretty sure they had a first-year coach. So we've played 12 games. He's right at 3,000 yards and 21 touchdowns. So that's decent. He is over 1,000 yards again. 12 touchdowns. So he's averaging a touchdown a game and just under 100 yards a game. Receiving is just kind of weird this year because it's so spread out. He has the most catches, but not even close to the most yards, because his catches are short. Freaking Simonson has more yards with 5 less catches. Juju has it with way less. 7 less catches, so... touchdowns are getting spread out all over the place, too. 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, and 2. Defensively, that's pretty normal. That's what I'm used to seeing there. Sacks are up, though, big time this year. I'll be honest, these 3 right here alone, plus add in Brian's 3.5. So he's doing pretty much what he does. Alright. Let's see where it goes from here. I don't think I can get up the list with Gomes. He's just kind of stuck between 7th and 8th right now. These guys are probably killing it, but look who's up to 4th now. Mullins is slowly sneaking his way up the list. Thomas Pita. That's funny. The old Lions coach is right behind us there, so... Jimmy Garoppolo, you gotta be fucking kidding me. The 4-8 Jets. Oh, okay, whatever. That dude's a rookie. Damn, dude, we got a bunch of dudes on Defensive Player of the Year. There's no way that guy's a rookie. There's our guy who's up to 7th on the list. Ninth there. Yeah, boy. You know it. Say the ball's getting too spread around for anybody to really get up this list. Yeah. Man, look at the Bengals, dude. What the hell? That's kind of disturbing knowing I gotta play them next. Yeah, I don't have any intentions of really getting up that list too far after his start that he had. He wouldn't have had such a poor start maybe, but... Well, I think we'll come back and we'll play the Bengals next sometime. Like I said, tomorrow I'll probably play golf or Grand Theft Auto or do Mutt. I don't know, we'll see what's going on. See how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling. Otherwise, thanks for checking it out. And have a good rest of your night and have a good time at work tomorrow. And yeah, chat with you again, bro. Alright, sounds good. Peace.